Hello children, how are you all? Let us start our history class. Okay. Take your book, all of you. Open page number 1. Today we are going to start a new lesson, Unit 1, Early India from the beginnings to the Indus civilization. What is history? History means to know about the past events. முன்னால் நடந்ததை பற்றி படிக்கிறது தான் என்னது ஹிஸ்ட்ரி வரலாறு எசானோ we know our history எசானோ who is your father, what's your father, who is your father, who is your grandfather, yes, so and what did they do, everything you know, that is the history of your family எசானோ. So like that we should know our history of our country as well as we should know how did we came into world is and how the human beings came into the world and what happened in the previous years in ancient time, what happened, what are the animals were there, what are the food items they were used. We should know this all this is or no. So from this unit you are going to learn about the beginnings to the Indus civilization in India. The topic is given, what is you see, the early India from the beginnings to the Indus civilization. From the beginnings to till Indus civilization we are going to learn from this unit. Okay. So in learning objectives, what are given, you see that to know the Stone Age humans of India, to understand the Paleolithic and Mesolithic societies of India, to learn the importance of Neolithic revolution, to have knowledge on salient features of the Indus culture. Okay, so you are going to learn these all objectives from this unit. So in introduction, India experienced an early development of cultures and civilization. Since the old Stone Age, several groups in India had migrated multiple times and made cultural adaptation to diverse ecosystems. So many people they were lived, and many people they were lived as groups. Okay, several groups they were lived in India and they were migrated. They lived in one particular place and they were migrated from one place to another place. Okay, so the each group people they followed their own languages, and also they followed their own food items, and also they followed their whatever they need, they followed their own, the different from other group. Okay, so and then they migrated from one area to another area. So when they moved from one area to another area, the languages also passed from the areas to another area. Got it, all of you? So from this chapter, only this chapter focuses on the history of India from the first settlement of humans in the Stone Age up to the decline of the Indus civilization. So Stone Age means கற்காலம். Yes, so Indus civilization வர Stone Ageல இருந்து Indus civilization வர நம்ம இந்தியாவில் என்னென்ன சேஞ்சஸ் நடந்துச்சு, என்னென்ன விதமான மக்கள் வாழ்ந்தாங்க அப்படிங்கிறத பற்றி தான் பார்க்க போகிறோம். It dwells on the Neolithic cultures as well as. Already you have studied in 9th standard about the Paleolithic, Mesolithic and also Neolithic. So little more information we are going to from this unit. Okay. So the sources. Archaeological sources form the bedrock of information for us to understand this long span of time in Indian history. So sources, in sources what is given, sources means what, to know about the history of India, many sources are there, and many archaeological sources are there. Okay, then they include archaeological sites, geological sediments, animal bones and fossils, stone tools, bone tools, rock paintings and artifacts. So these all are the archaeological sources to find the ancient times like the Indian history. Okay, then there is no written evidence for this period, although the Harappans used a script. It is yet to be deciphered. Okay, so the script means கையால் எழுதப்பட்ட தாள். Okay, so and the deciphered means ரகசியம். Okay, deciphered means what, ரகசியம். Okay, you can write and keep when I say the meaning of the hard words. Got it, all of you? Listen. Deciphered means what, ரகசியம். Got it? Then the faunal means animal, you know that, and floral means what, plant. Sources are important for understanding the relationship of the Stone Age people So the Stone Age people means the people those who are lived in that time, Stone Age time. The people they used only the stone weapons, to stone tools, whatever they used, all the things were made by the stones. So it was called the Stone Age. Okay, so the Stone Age people, with their environment, floral evidence found in the form of church seats, pollards, and petrolics. Okay, so helps us to gain knowledge of farming practiced by Stone Age people. So Stone Age people, they practiced many farming. Okay, many types of farming. Okay, then the human genes also constitute an important source for understanding prehistoric migration. Okay, so the mitochondrial DNA studies provide information on prehistoric migrations. Scientists are trying to extract ancient DNA from the bones of the prehistoric era to understand human dispersals. Okay, so the human genes means what, மரபணுக்கள். ஓகே, ஹியூமன்ஸோட மரபணுக்களை வச்சு என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, முன்னாடி எப்படி இருந்தாங்க, அவங்க அந்த மக்கள் எப்படிலாம் என்னெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க அப்படிங்கிறத என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, கண்டுபிடிச்சாங்க. ஓகே, then language is another important source of history. Now also you know that in our Tamil Nadu we use Tamil, Ezano. In Kerala people they use Malayalam, Ezano. So all the people, overall India, the language of India is Hindi, but in many areas the group of people they use the different types of languages now also, but in the ancient time the group of people they used the different language. People they only knows the language, some we know that Tamil, but we don't know Malayalam, so when we go to Kerala we should know Malayalam, otherwise we can use the English language, Hindi language, so because Hindi is a common language for all the Indians, so like that the language was different from one group to another group. Okay, Indo-Aryan, Dravidian, Austro-Asiatic and Tibeto-Burman language families have flourished in India. So many types of groups, many types of language families they have flourished. Okay, உருவாகுனாங்க இந்தியால. These languages developed and evolved during the various phases on the migrations in Indian history. Okay, all of you. So first we are going to see prehistoric India. The period before the development of script is called the prehistoric times. It is also referred to as the Stone Age. When we talk about the Stone Age, we include the entire South Asia, the region covering India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh, these all together. Okay, so human ancestors are likely to have first evolved in Africa and later migrated to different parts of the world. So the human ancestor மூதாதையர்கள் வந்து முதல்ல வந்து அவங்க இருந்து கண்டுபிடிச்சது வந்து ஆப்பிரிக்கால. தென் தேவர் மைக்ரேட்டட், அங்கேருந்து ஒவ்வொரு இடமா என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, நிறைய பார்ட்ஸ் வேர்ல்டில் இருக்க ஒவ்வொரு பகுதிகளுக்காக போனாங்க. ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தேவர் flourished in Africa only. Okay, then the earliest human ancestor species to migrate out of Africa was the Homo erectus. So Africa la irundhu migrate ஆன அந்த ancestors வந்து நம்ம எப்படி சொல்லுதோம்னா Homo erectus. Ancestors means மூதாதையர்கள், is an already you know மூதாதையர்கள். So Homo erectus means they were called the human ancestor who came from the Africa first, they were called Homo erectus. Okay, till the end of 20th century. The prehistory of India was considered to have begun within the time span of 1 million years ago, but recent investigations have produced evidence for the presence of human ancestors in India between 2 million and 1 million years ago. Generally, the period before the invention of script is broadly divided into Stone Age, Bronze Age and Iron Age. Okay, so from the word you know that Stone Age people they used only stone for all the tools and everything, and Bronze Age people they used the tools and everything they were made by the bronze, and iron after that they used the iron. So hence the names of materials that they used, for example painted grey, Boer culture or Iron Age culture or the geographical region or the first site to be identified, for example Akkadian or Harappan are used to name the cultures. So some of the tools altogether they used the name Acheulean, okay, and the culture also, some of the culture they followed, that culture was called Harappan culture. Already you have studied in 9th standard, is that no? Okay, then the earliest age in history is called Old Stone Age or Paleolithic. Okay, so in the history, the earliest age in history is called Old Stone Age. Okay, Palaya Karkalam in Tamil, how to say Palaya Karkalam. Okay, so it was divided into three. Okay, one is, you see there all of you, lower Paleolithic culture, middle Paleolithic culture, and upper Paleolithic culture. What are they? Read with me all of you. Lower Paleolithic culture, middle Paleolithic culture, and upper Paleolithic culture. The period after the Old Stone Age is called the Mesolithic age. Okay, so after the Paleolithic age, which age came? Mesolithic. Okay, so the period that followed the Mesolithic is called the Neolithic age. So Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and one more is Neolithic. What are they, all of you? Paleolithic, then followed of Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and followed of Mesolithic, what came? Neolithic age. So these all are the important ages. Okay, then this is the age in which animal and plant domestication developed, leading to food production. So in this time, okay, so in Paleolithic period time, the animals they were domesticated. Okay, வேட்டை விலங்குகளை என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, வீட்டில் வளர்த்தாங்க, நிறைய செடி வளர்த்தாங்க, அது மூலமாக ஃபுட் என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணாங்க. ஸோ த கிளாசிஃபிகேஷன் ஆஃப் தீஸ் கல்ச்சர்ஸ் இஸ் டன் ஆன் த பேசிஸ் ஆஃப் stratigraphic, chronological, and lithic evidence. Okay, so many stone tools. Now also if you go any museum, you can see many types of stone tools. Yes, no? So the archaeologists they have founded many types of tools. Yes, no? So that we know. So in ancient time, our ancestors they were used these types of weapons. Yes, no? So now also we know that in our home we use the knife to cut all the things. Yes, no? But in the ancestor they were used which was made some types of knives which was made by the bronze and irons and stones also. Okay, so when we see these types of tools, we can come to know what are the types of tools they have used. Okay, then lower Paleolithic culture, the earliest lithic artifacts come from different parts of the Indian subcontinent. During the lower Paleolithic culture base, human ancestor species of Homo erectus is believed to have lived in India. So the first Paleolithic tools were identified at the site of Pallavaram near Chennai by Robert Bruce Foote in 1863. So in 1863, Robert Bruce Foote he founded in Pallavaram, it is near Chennai. Okay, so the first Paleolithic tools was found by whom? Robert Bruce Foote. Okay, when? 1863. Got it, all of you? Then he found many prehistoric sites when he extensively surveyed different parts of South India. Since the numerous Paleolithic sites have been identified and excavated all over India. Okay, so the first in near Chennai, Pallavaram, only one tool was founded. And after that, they have founded many. They have identified many Paleolithic sites. Got it, all of you? Then we are going to see the lithic tools. Okay, the meaning of lith. Okay, the meaning of lith means what is that? Stone. Okay, lith means what? Stone. Got it? So the study of prehistory mainly depends upon lithic tools. Prehistoric sites are identifiable based on the presence of stone. So the main tool is lithic stone, which is called lith means, already you know that lith means what? Stone. Okay. Human ancestors made large stone blocks and pebbles and chip tools out of them using another strong stone. Hand axes, cleavers, choppers and the like were designed in this way for flaking of the chips. So in the human ancestor they were used many stone tools. Okay, and the tools show well thought out design and physical symmetry and convey high quality cognitive perception. Skills and capabilities of prehistoric humans, they use the tools for hunting, butchering. Butchering means what? இந்த போன்ஸு அதை கட் பண்ணுவாங்கள்ல அதான் ஓகே இந்த மீட் எல்லாம் கட் பண்ணுவாங்கள்ல அது அண்ட் ஸ்கின்னிங் த அனிமல்ஸ் பிரேக்கிங் த போன்ஸ் ஃபார் போன் மேரோ மேரோ மீன்ஸ் மஜ்ஜை இந்த மஜ்ஜை எடுக்கிறதுக்கு அதை கட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு எல்லாமே ஸ்டோன்ஸ் டூல்ஸ் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க அண்ட் டு ரெக்கவர் டியூபர்ஸ் அண்ட் பிளான்ட் ஃபுட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஃபார் ப்ராசஸிங் ஃபுட் ஓகே உணவுகளை தயாரிக்கிறதுக்கும் அந்த டூல்ஸை யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க ஓகே ஆல் ஆஃப் யூ ஸோ த இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ் ஆஃப் Paleolithic cultures are divided into the early, middle and late Acheulean industries. Okay, so industries also they were divided into three. Okay, early Acheulean industries, middle, and one more is late Acheulean industries. The early Acheulean tools include polyhedrons, spirites, hand axes, cleavers and flake tools. Okay, so these all the types of tools came under the early Acheulean industries. Okay, the Acheulean tradition is absent in the Western Ghats coastal areas and northeastern India. All the other area they followed the Acheulean tradition. So heavy rainfall is attributed to its absence because in Western Ghats coastal areas heavy rainfall will come. So they did not follow these all the traditions. Okay, Acheulean tradition. Then congenial conditions and lack of raw materials might have prevented the occupation of these areas. Perhaps there was no necessity for the prehistoric people to move into these areas. These sites are found more in central India and in southeastern part of India. These all the areas are near Chennai. These areas receive high rainfall and are therefore endowed with thick green cover and rich resources. Okay, so some of the people they lived in the same area only, they did not migrated because the people, if now you see know that population is very high, so they are unable to move the areas, but the people those who are lived they know it, they already they had more areas, though some people they did not migrated if they had all the resources in the areas. Okay, and distribution. Lower Paleolithic tools are found in most parts of India except in a few regions of the Ganges Valley, southern Tamil Nadu and in the hilly areas of the Western Ghats. Athirambakam, Pallavaram and Gudiyam. Okay, it is near Chennai. Okay, it is near Chennai. Before seeing this, we have to see page number 2. You see there one box is given, wild and domestic. Okay, wild and domestic. So wild and domestic. Wild plants and animals grow naturally and independently. Yes, and you know that in wild means forest area, what are the plants grow and what the animals are there, they grow naturally. Yes, and nobody feed them and nobody give the food. Yes, and they grow naturally. When they are domesticated, their lifestyle and physical characteristics such as propagation changes. So consequently, the seeds of domestic plants become smaller in size. In the case of domesticated animals, they lost their ferociousness. Okay, so wild animal they grow naturally, but the domestic animals they don't grow naturally. So they depend upon someone. And see there, so the distribution we are seeing now. So it is, we have seen that the page number 2 you see there, Pallavaram, Athirambakam, Gudiyam near Chennai and Hanchi, Hangivali and Izambur in Karnataka and Pimbatka in Madhya Pradesh are these all are the some important Paleolithic sites where the Acheulean tools are found. Okay, so from these all the areas already archaeologists they have found the Acheulean tools which were made by the stones. Okay, and next one is chronology. Okay, chronology. Recent research places the beginning of Lower Paleolithic around 2 million years ago. This culture continued up to 60,000 years ago. Okay, so the chronology says that this search, okay, the beginning of the Lower Paleolithic around 2 million years ago, it was continued up to 60,000 years ago it was continued. Okay, Then hominin. Okay, what is that? Hominin and animal fossils. Okay, pudai porulkal. Fossils means what? Pudai porulkal. Unlike Africa, evidence of hominin, immediate ancestor of Homo sapiens. Okay, hominins means immediate ancestor of Homo sapiens. Fossil is rare in India. There is a report of fossil fragment discovered by Robert Fusfoot from Athirambakkam. Its whereabouts are not known now. The only well-known hominin fossils of India was found at Hathnora near Hoshangabad in Madhya Pradesh. So the cranium is named Narmada human. Okay, so the cranium is named Narmada human. It is considered to represent the archaic Homo sapiens. It is the only existing fossil find the human ancestors in India. So the Homo sapiens la ஒரு evidence மட்டும் தான் கிடைச்சு அதான் என்னது Narmada human. Okay, then animal fossils are useful to understand the paleo-environmental context in which people lived in the Narmada Valley. Animal fossils of Elaphus namadicus, giant tusked prehistoric elephant, okay, and Stegodon ganesha, a giant prehistoric elephant, and Bos namadicus, wild cattle. So these all the fossils they were found, okay, and come to the next column. Equus namadicus, extinct great horse-like animal, have been recovered. Teeth of Equus. Okay, சில அனிமல்ஸோட பல்கள் கிடைச்சது, அதோட போன்ஸ் கிடைச்சது, அதை வச்சு அந்த அனிமல்ஸ் எப்படி இருந்து என்ன செஞ்சாங்க ஆர்கியாலஜிஸ்ட் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணாங்க. ஸோ teeth of Equus, evidence of water buffalo, have been uncovered at Athirambakkam. They suggest an open wet landscape near the Chennai region in the prehistoric period. So now you have seen the picture of the dinosaurs and many types of the anaconda, snakes like that, isn't it? But we cannot see them now, isn't it? So like that many animals they were lived in the ancient times. Just we can see the bone of the animals only, okay, and they were destroyed. Then Equus refers to the genes of animals including horses, asses and zebras. Okay, Equus refers to the genes of animals including horses, asses and zebras. Okay, all of you mark it. And come to top. You see there they are given Acheulean and Soganian. Okay, Acheulean and Soganian. Based on research, two independent cultural traditions of hand axe and purple flake, which is called the Soganian industries, were confirmed in India. Okay, what are they? Based on research. So based on research, two independent cultural traditions of hand axe and the purple Soganian industries were confirmed in India. Acheulean industry mainly had hand axes and cleavers. The Sogan industry is considered to have used only chopper and chopping tools. Okay, so the Sogan industry, so the two industries were there in the ancient time, Acheulean and then Soganian. Okay, so the Acheulean tools, you know, that stone tools, so the Soganian tools, which was like the hand axes and cleavers, these all were called the Soganian tools. Okay, so the Sogan industry is considered to have used only chopper and chopping tools. The Sogan industry gets its name from the Sogan river valley of Pakistan. How it got the name? Because this is the river valley of the Pakistan. Okay, these two cultural traditions are not considered distinct any longer. Recent studies argue that there was no independent Sogan tradition, as Acheulean tools are found in the Sogan industry as well. So two types of industries were there in the time. Okay, so this is one of the important question also. Okay, Acheulean and Soganian. So listen very carefully. Acheulean and Soganian, these two are the two independent cultural traditions. Okay, one is Akkadian and another one is Zoganian. Okay, Zoganian means that they were used. Akkadian industry mainly they had the hand axes and the cleavers. The Zogan industry considered use only the chopper and chopping tools. Okay, so the Akkadian industry used the hand axes and cleavers, and Zoganian they were used only the chopper and chopping tools. Did you understand, all of you? Okay. Then we are coming to way of life. See, all of you, way of life. The people of lower Paleolithic culture hunted animals and gathered roots. அவங்க எப்படிலாம் ஃபுட்டு என்ன பண்ணாங்க, நிறைய அனிமல்ஸை வேட்டையாடினாங்க, நிறைய ரூட்ஸ் வேர்களை என்ன செஞ்சாங்க சாப்பிட்றதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க, நட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க, ஃப்ரூட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க. They fed on the flesh and bones of animals killed by predators. Okay, predators means வேட்டையாடு. Okay, and they lived in open air, river valleys, caves and rock shelters are seen from evidence in Pimbatka in Madhya Pradesh and Gudiyam near Chennai. The prehistoric human ancestors who belonged to the species of Homo erectus did not have a complex language culture like us, the Homo sapiens. Okay, so the Homo erectus was different from the Homo sapiens. Okay, and they may have expressed a few sounds of words and used a sign language. They were intelligent enough to select stones as raw material and used the hammer stones to carefully flake the rocks and design tools. Okay, so the people they used different types of. Okay, so the beginning they were used the normal stones to kill everything, to tear everything. Okay, then they were used the modern. Okay, they have used differently. Okay, then down you see there page number 3 down the picture is given. Hathnora archaic Homo sapiens fossil skull fragment. Skull means mandevodu. Okay, then this is Elypas nomadicus and Indian Aroch Bos nomadicus. So these all the pictures are given to know that. Okay, all of you. So till page number 3 today we have seen. Okay, so then we have to mark the question answers. Okay, we have to mark the question answer as well as I will give you the classwork and also the homework. Okay, what you have to write. Okay, the first question. Open your book. Page number 16. Page number 16. Write brief answers are given. Page number 16. Write brief answers are given. First one is, how are the sources for the study of prehistoric period? What are the sources for the study of prehistoric period? What are the sources for the study of prehistoric period? Come to page number 1. Come to page number 1. Under the topic of sources, you see that sources. The answer is from the archaeological sources to till period. Okay, from the archaeological to till the period. This is question number 1. Okay, brief answer 1. From the archaeological sources from the bedrock of information for us to understand this long span of time in Indian history. They include archaeological sites, geological sediments, animal bones and fossils, stones, tools, bone tools, rock painting and artifacts. There is no written evidence for this period. Till that the answer of the first brief answer. Okay, and come to the questions. The second one is, how is the old stone age or Paleolithic period divided? How is the old stone age or Paleolithic period divided? Come to page number 2. Page number 2, you see that the first column the earliest age in history from that to till upper Paleolithic culture. Okay, this is question number 2. This is question number 2. Have you marked all of you? This is the answer of third question, second question. Okay, second brief answer. Got it all of you? And third question is, come to the questions all of you. Write a short note on hominin. Write a short note on hominin. Come to page number 3. Come to page number 3. Under the topic of hominin and animal fossils. Under the topic of hominin and animal fossils. From unlike to known now. Okay, unlike Africa, evidence of hominin, immediate ancestor of Homo sapiens, fossil is rare in India. There is a report of a fossil fragment discovered by Robert Froostfoot from Athirambakkam. Its whereabouts are not known now. Okay, this is the third question. Got it all of you? You have to write these all the question and answer. Okay, three questions and answers are given. Is that no? You should write them in the classwork note. Okay, class you have the note. Okay, divide it into two. One is for history classwork and another one for history homework. Okay, first you have to write the topic of the lesson. Use only ink pen and write everything. Okay, write the question and answer clearly. Got it all of you? And your homework is study and write these 3 short answers in homework page. Okay, study and write, don't copy and write. When you come for correction, I will ask you. Okay, so study and write the questions in the homework page. Got it all of you? We will see tomorrow by the next class.